Hello, welcome to Geeking Out with Shad. We finally got a little bit of snow, so I can show you my new toy. Is it a toy? I guess it's a toy. So here it is, the new Ego Snowblower. This is electric and it's pretty awesome. I will be putting on my GoPro so you can get POV footage of me using it to remove the snow out there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. Okay, so first things first, I've only used this one other time and not very much, so we'll see how well I learned from last time I used it. So it's got this dual charger, as you just saw, so I can charge both batteries at the same time, which is pretty cool. And yes, it takes two batteries. They're 7.5 watts. Let me double check that because I forget. Where are they? Oh, amps, that's it. 7.5 amp hours, right? Which is different than watt hours that we use for like our EVs and stuff. So cool. Okay. One of the cool things that this has that my last snowblower, which was gas powered, is it's got this lever here so I can aim the little chute there in what direction the snow goes. Now this is the speed adjuster, so increase, slow down the speed. And I believe, did I pull this in? Oh, other way. Yep. Okay, so to get it going, you hold down the power button and then pull in the lever and you can hear it going, and then it'll start shooting the snow. Of course, I'm not really planning this out very well, but I've cut it at slower speed. It's pretty icy out, but I want to clear out this little walkway here. And I want it to go a little further because if we get more snow and I just pile it right here, then the snow pile is too close. So I'm gonna set that up. So the chute, I can just re-aim it, right? So I'm gonna put it at the full mode. I'm gonna turn the power all the way up and get this thing to shoot a bit further. Snow isn't very deep, so it's not a ton of snow to launch, but and what's kind of cool, let me see if I can do it here, is let me let go of the lever. Do I have to do, yeah, I have to always push that button. But what's kind of cool is I don't have to leave it running while I'm repositioning. That's something I kind of like. Now that we're going to be going along the house, I'm going to angle this. Now I can kind of dump it right to the side. There's a little curve there, and then I want to go on that side of the driveway first and get it to go closer to the house. So I will set that up. All the way over here. Wow, it's slippery. It's like total ice underneath the snow. All right, that's not going far enough. There we go. Yeah, once it gets into the deeper snow, it actually launches it, but in this snow that's only like 1.5 inches deep, Doesn't launch it very far. Now we'll go back the other way. I feel like this is kind of overkill for this small layer of snow. Call it laziness if you want. Wow, it is really chunky and icy underneath. I really like this lever and being able to switch it out or switch its direction without having to go there and do it. Oh. So it seems to work really well. You can see how clean it gets the driveway. It's going, I mean, this is all kind of icy and chunky a little bit because we had a warm up and some rain and then it refroze. But if you look here, it's getting all the way down to the surface. That's actually better than my gas powered one would do. It was a Craftsman, I believe. And yeah, I'm going to continue doing this. I don't think I need to film it all, but you know, this is my second time using this snowblower. So I'll finish this up and then I'll do a little recap. So I do have one gripe about this, is this plate or this thing here seems to catch every crack that I can find in the sidewalk and on the driveway. It's already kind of a little marred a little bit from that. Maybe it'll wear down, and once it wears down it'll be nice. There's no real adjustment for it, but that's kind of annoying because when I'm going along, all of a sudden I'll hit like a crack in the sidewalk and then it just stops. And my snowblower before never did that. I mean, it would if the crack was big enough, but like you can see the cracks in the driveway, and if they're just not perfectly aligned, which they're not on this driveway, the snowblower catches them. Aside from that, and it's kind of a minor complaint, it's just, you know, that once it catches that crack, I have to like tilt it back and get it over the crack. So now that I'm back over here, you can see the crack is raised up a tiny bit right there. By the way, these are Vans boots. They're awesome. So watch what happens. You'll see kind of where the edge is. It's back in here. And if I'm just going along, it just stops right on that crack. So then I have to do a little tip back to get over it. So that's kind of annoying. I don't think my other snowblower did that. Huh. Kind of one of those things I wonder why they didn't think of that. But I mean, maybe they're like, if you look, I don't have the thing powered on. It's scooping the snow. See? And maybe the idea is that it's going to scoop the snow up into the little auger, but on the other hand, it wants to catch everything. So it is what it is. Now that I know that that's a thing, I just try to avoid it. But. So that was hardly any work, right? Like, I mean, I barely had to work. This thing didn't have to work very hard because the snow wasn't very deep. So both batteries have all 5 lights on, so they haven't even gone down one. So these are nice because you can see how much power you have left in the battery. And there's also little indicators here telling you what the different things mean, things like that. But yeah, so things I really like, obviously I like that it's electric. I don't have to deal with gas. I don't have to go to the gas station and have a gas can. The gas one smelled all the time. Obviously this is more environmentally friendly. I have the lawnmower. I love the lawnmower. I have the leaf blower. I actually have the chainsaw, which is up at my property, and I have one more. Oh, the weed whip, yeah, which is also up at my property. But the snowblower, it's not quite as impressive as these other devices. I love the lawnmower, the leaf blower, the chainsaw is super awesome, the weed whip and stuff. This is decent. It's you know, I bought it because I've had good experience with those things, but now that I've used it a little bit, I'm not as impressed with it as I am the other things. And that has a lot to do with that it catches on things. It doesn't seem to throw the snow like I would like it to. Maybe I need to use it a little more and learn more about it. But when the snow's deeper, what I feel like happens is it like feels that resistance of the deeper snow, and it kicks in harder, and then it just launches the snow. Like, it will launch the snow 45 feet, but the snow has to be deep enough for it to do that. With my gas-powered one, it launched it regardless, right? So I would think that when I push this lever all the way to the front to get it to operate faster, it would throw the snow more. I mean, again, it's minor complaints, but, and again, I am using it when there's hardly any snow. So there's more to be tested on this, especially if we get a big snowstorm and deeper snow. Then I'll be able to use it and see how it gets through the deeper snow. But I'm not disappointed, but it's not perfect or near perfect. It definitely has some things that I could recommend improvements on if I was to give them feedback, which I probably will. So as far as those things go, awesome. The other thing that's really cool is I can use the same battery for all these devices. Although the 7.5 battery, slightly bigger, using that on the leaf blower might be a little overkill because that has a 5.0 battery, a little bit lighter weight, and that leaf blower has plenty of power to blow whatever I need it to blow. It's even got this turbo thing. The battery lasts plenty long, things like that. Same with the lawnmower. I can do the full front and backyard about 1.5 times with that lawnmower. So plenty of battery power with the 1.5 or with the 5.0 battery. So I don't really need the 7.5 battery on those other devices. But I understand why the snowblower needs 2 of them, because the snowblower has to work really hard and power through a lot of stuff to pull off what it needs to pull off. Sweet. Appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.